got ourselves a good match that should be getting going here. There we go. So we got two sub 40 runners here today. We've got Fathlo23, very well-known runner. I think his PB is 32.15. We got a cluster there, like right at world record territory. And MagicK is a newer runner with a PB of 38.36. But he also is he goes for a lot of frames that people in his time frame don't go for. So a good run can definitely help him out.
No. See. Both getting the extendo, good stuff to both of them. That one's fairly easy though. To the bonus.
Yeah, just some introductory stuff here. You know, Gil just mentioned an extendo, and that's just unpressing and repressing Y at certain points in time to help extend your roll farther than a normal roll would go. And wait, what happened that MagicK finished that level ahead of Fathlo? Interesting.
Huh. I think just the streams got desynced.
Oh, that could be it. That could be it.
Coming up on the hardest level in World 1, besides Coral Capers, Reptile Rumble. A lot of very precise extendos and need to zip through the little crawl spaces that can be quite a pain if you don't do it quite well enough.
Now coming up on the actual hardest level of World 1 is Coral Capers. And it's kind of quasi-joking. Water levels are probably some of the most difficult to optimize in this game.
Yeah, during those vertical sections, you want to mash as hard as you possibly can while still controlling. And you want to take the corners super tightly, just because you lose actually a lot of time. But you can just get stuck on the corners super easily as well. You also have the fish to deal with, which is hard to control, to say the least. Not comfy.
Yeah, it took them 3 games to get the fish right. They went backwards in 2. You actually got a lot worse in 2.
Oh man. Barrel Canyon Blast, very fun and fairly simple level. Just take these barrels across the treetops and gain like 3 1-ups that hopefully neither of them will need.
And it features probably one of the earliest and easiest extendos to learn. It's got a lot of times with extendos, it comes down to, do you have like a good visual cue or a good timing of when to let go and repress the button? There, it's pretty straightforward. He rolled through 4 Kremlings in a row, and it's just simply after the second one, let go. After the third one, repress Y, and you see them both get it with ease.
Ooh,
No!
It falls off though, which means that you can't take the top route, and you need to go through the rest of the level. And this little barrel section here takes a while, so that's going to cost a lot of time really early for Magic. Fathlo here, just jumping on beavers.
Beaver's pretty straightforward. You try to the only optimization is trying to jump on his head as early as possible, and as soon as he starts kind of jumping down or heading down from his jump is when you can jump on his head.
Coming up to Winky's Walkway, this is one of the first really gnarly extendos. Really tight window right there. Fathlo getting it with ease, of course. Really, really good at this game. Some other good platforming from Fathlo. MagicK finishing World 1, going also into Winky's Walkway. Hopefully he gets the extendo as well. See if he gets it. Gets it as well.
He got it, but he failed. That happened when you're not confident. If you're still new at this and you're not confident in it, I definitely understand that. All it takes is a few deaths.
That extendo is spooky. Fathlo coming up to Bouncy, the hardest level in World 2, just without a doubt, being honest. He goes through for some really hard tire rolls. A tire roll, just to quickly explain, is on a tire there's a small window where you can press Y and get a roll. It just makes you look cool and prevents you from having to bounce off the tire, so it saves a little bit of time. And Bouncy has some quite spooky ones. He's going to go for one right there. Yeah, that's nerve-wracking to say the least.
It saves like a half a second or something, like just a little more than half a second on top of it. So it's a high risk, low reward type of jump there, but he clears the level with ease.
Yeah. Some people say that Luke Logidite's a DKC2 runner, says that he's a donkey main specifically for that reason. High risk, no reward. So comes into territory of running a DKC game. Fathlo just went through Stop and Go Station, which features a warp barrel at the very start. There's actually going to be another warp barrel here in Millstone, but you need to use a super jump to get to it. Or at least that's the fastest way. There's another way that I actually don't know that you can do it if you're just casualing it up. But here, you purposely get hit as Donkey, and that enables a glitch where he jumps to the top of the screen. And when you get hit again as Diddy, it triggers the glitch and you just go flying infinitely. You're going to be seeing that a little bit later in Forced Frenzy as well.
Fathlo's setup for that scares the heck out of me.
Yeah, dude. He takes it so closely, but he always gets it. A little bit more of a traditional setup from MagicK, taking it nice and simple and easy. Oh, some slap slides for Fathlo.
There goes our boy Nick.
You want to explain slap slides?
Man, I've never done a slap slide in my life. I have no idea how those work.
So, a slap slide is an essential piece of tech for this game, and by essential, I mean worthless. But if you press roll and the downward diagonal, you can do a frame-perfect trick where your Donkey will do his ground slap and do a roll at the same time, and it glitches out the animation. And its only purpose is for swag, but it's
Frame
great.
Perfect explains why I've never gotten it.
Yeah, it's stupid, but it's great.
All right, so Fathlo's coming up. So in the last race, I commented to Fathlo, I think Fathlo's last race, and he actually was going to do the Frenzy SJR, and then he accidentally killed one of the Crocs, breaking the barrel. So I'm curious to see if he'll go for it here today. See what happens. It looks like he may just go for the super jump again. That definitely was intentional.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, he's not risking it with the SJR. An SJR is an actually very important frame perfect trick. If you roll on an enemy, it's something weird. Like if you start a roll, midair,
so
you can press jump.
We have the super jump, which is what we were talking about earlier in Millstone Mayhem, which is the level which is what allowed them to get into that bonus barrel by jumping off that enemy. And we also have a trick called a jump roll, which you'll see a little bit later in Worlds 5 and 6. And we combine those basically into a super jump roll. So you store the super jump state, and then you do the jump roll, which is what Gil was kind of talking about. You press the roll button on the same frame you intend to bounce off an enemy. And a jump roll just sends you kind of straight forward in a rolling animation. Whereas when you combine a super jump and a jump roll, you basically cartwheel and take off into the air. And depending on how many enemies you roll into, you can go really, really, really fast through these levels. Just for example, in this level, you know, doing just the jump roll or the super jump here, like you see MagicK doing, saves time over doing the level normally. You skip over all the obstacles. Doing a super jump roll correctly saves about 20 seconds over this method.
On a completely different note, Fathlo is having really nice Tempest. Getting all the really hard extendos and tire rolls.
Yeah, this is probably the spookiest level in the first 3 worlds to do well. You saw a lot of extendos that went over gaps. You saw an Omega extendo, which is just a much longer extendo that he did kind of towards the end of the level. MagicK doing the safer strat, getting the ostrich. I think getting the ostrich doesn't lose as much time as you might think because the ostrich is fast.
Yeah, it only loses like 1 or 2 seconds. DKC 1 is a game of frames, and
Fathlo just hits the frame.
Just hit a frame right there.
That's a frame perfect trick that sends you to the end. Oh yeah,
many tries.
That's the nicest thing. You get you have as many tries as you need. Obviously, after a while, it loses time. But you also, so the idea is you hit a face button on the frame that you hit the corner of the map there that he was going to, and you can use any face button. So you can just be mashing 4 different face buttons, and if you can kind of get them, off cycle, you're not mashing all 4 at the same time, it greatly increases your chances of hitting it.
Yeah, we're gonna see if MagicK can hit the frame real quick, and well, Fathlo tries to wrangle the water level of Clam City.
Fathlo actually did the map warp. In the last race I commented, he just casually decided to do O-gang instead.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Fathlo's nuts, dude.
Did it perfectly. It was great. A second try for MagicK, not bad. That doesn't really lose much time to fail it only once.
Yeah, to actually lose time, it takes like 12 tries or something ridiculous. And ain't no rule against spoons.
All right. So we're going to see the fight with the bee here. That's actually kind of a tricky hit to do there with Diddy. You have to throw the barrel kind of at the peak of your jump as the bee's crossing over you. But once you get if you get that hit, you're pretty solid throughout the rest of the fight. You kind of just get a rhythm with fighting this boss. And no problem.
Yep. MagicK having a little bit of trouble with Clam City, but nothing too major.
Yeah, playing it a little bit safe. You definitely don't want to lose your fish here. Losing your fish here is not a good thing. Better safe than sorry. All right, so World 4 is where this game kind of gets real. You have a rough level in the first 3. Each of the first 3 worlds have some tough levels, some tough movement. Most of the levels here are difficult to some degree. You're seeing barrel boosts here, so if you grab a barrel and jump off a slope, you'll kind of just have this quick speed up when you're jumping. And now this is a scary extendo. This one claims a lot of people, and Fathlo gets it with these. When I'm doing runs, sometimes I just sit there and I get through like World 3 and I've hit the SJR. Under barrel is scary. So when you do under barrel, you're like literally frames from the death plane. Excuse me.
That's spookier than anything he's done so far. Like that trick's so hard, and it saves nothing. It saves like
minimal time. Like because all it does is you avoid watching them jump into the barrel, like from the side or from the top. You literally just jump straight into the barrel.
That's such a spooky strat, dude.
The guy doesn't get 2 seconds off world record for nothing. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. Oh, really good ropes from Fathlo23. Those ropes are a lot harder than they should be. Oh so man, MagicK getting donkey.
He got the barrel boost, but did it like the very, very bottom of the slope. So he actually missed the bird and landed in the barrel. Playing it safe as he should.
Yeah, Donkey's so hard to control. He's big, he's heavy.
Okay.
Just doesn't work well.
Jumped in the barrel, but did recover. Sometimes this level 4-1 is really difficult casually, and sometimes even in speeding, because these barrels sometimes don't. It's like you gotta fire just a little bit later, or just a hair later than you think you should. Fathlo has no trouble with Ice Age. You get the bird. It's very important to actually not take the midpoint here if you get the bird, because then you're in a lot of trouble. So MagicK's gonna switch to Donkey. There's a little bit of a setup you can do. Diddy can't just jump straight into that barrel, but Donkey can. So if you don't get the little trick where you kind of jump above the stage and roll into the barrel with Diddy, it's easier just to switch to Donkey and jump in.
Yeah. Fathlo coming up on actually one of the biggest places to lose time, Croctopus Chase. Water levels, as we said back in the first little bit of Coral Capers, are really easy to lose time in, just because you need to be mashing as hard as you can in the vertical sections and cutting every corner as close as you can. And in Croc, you don't have the fish, which goes faster, so you just have to kill your hand smashing.
You have just like 2.5 solid minutes of aquatic ambiance.
Just the best song in the game, so it's not the worst part. But your hands kill you after.
You get really tired. Like, yeah, it's definitely really tiring. And it's just so easy to bleed time when you just don't think it would be that bad.
You can lose half a minute with ease if you just hit like 3 corners and you don't have the greatest mash. It's incredibly easy to lose time, and you don't even think it. So far, Fathlo's been doing an excellent job, though. So, not too worried about him losing 30 seconds, maybe 5 at most, if that.
This has been really clean. All right, let's listen to how many pianos we get here.
Yeah. If you had a really good croc, you'll have no piano. Ooh,
that was really good. I would say maybe a second.
A second max. The world record that is, if you don't have that little piano refrain at the very end, that means that you did it perfectly, and that's tied world record. So with him only losing half a second on the easiest level to bleed time on, that's really impressive from Fathlo.
Torchlight's a little bit scary of a level at first because you obviously are in the dark. There's some tight jumps, which you really can't even see that they're tight jumps because you can't really see what's going on. But good from Fathlo, very good. He's going to do a super jump roll attempt here. Yep, he's going to grab the barrel to set up the super jump portion of this.
Get hit. Diddy goes flying off screen, except you cut it off early, but it's still stored.
All right.
Get hit as Donkey, and you roll.
And he's dead.
You don't get the frame because it's a frame perfect trick.
No, this one's actually 7 frames apparently.
I keep hearing that the 7 frames is just a meme that Claude keeps telling people.
Joe told me it was real, and Joe the rapper would never lie to me.
I'm not sure about that, but I'll believe Joe this once.
It's not unbelievable. Joe the rapper would lie to me.
That is true.
I was like, what is Fathlo doing? But he's fine. He's playing.
That little boost off the army and rolling under that is so scary. I never have the guts for that.
I don't do the boost. I just jump straight on him and roll under. It loses a little bit of time, but it saves me. It gives me some peace of mind.
Here's another beaver fight. This time you go on top of some bananas and just jump on him as soon as you can.
So again, you can jump on the beaver as soon as he starts going down. It's a lot more obvious here since he does the big high jumps. But normally, we talked about this last time I was on the mic, you can take damage to skip the jumping cycle, but because we do a super jump roll on this level, he does not do that because the super jump roll saves more time.
Yeah, this saves a lot of time.
Nope, that was a little too early.
Unfortunately.
This one's a little bit scary because, well, they're all scary in their own way, but you gotta run on the barrel, which is kind of scary in its own right. If you're too late, you just run into the guy and you die, or you super jump instead of super jump roll. So this one's just nerves can come into play really easily here.
Fortunately, Fathlo's really good at this game and is having an excellent frameless ODA.
Picks up a safety donkey. He does decide to stall. You can jump on the very edge of these barrels while the flames are extended and be safe. But that's kind of a scary thing to just try and do. All right, let's see. Is MagicK going to go above the stage? No, he's going to take a hit.
He's going to get hit. If your donkey are dead, and MagicK is in limbo right now. He's not quite dead. He's closer than he wants to be.
Yep. All right, so that was our last warp level of the game, which is good because Trick Track Trek sucks.
It's the hardest level in the game with these. You can die on it, believe it or not. There is another super jump roll in this level, but I'm not sure if Fathlo goes for it. He does not. Okay. Elevators is another very extendo heavy level. Oh man, missing the jump, MagicK.
He was definitely, he recovered his Diddy, and I think that there's just kind of a misjudgment because that's not a situation you find yourself in very often, coming in with just Donkey into that level. So he's kind of improvising there for a little bit. Showing off. I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, neither did I.
Not surprising, but all right. So Fathlo just did a little tech under the elevator there. He was kind of manipulating the camera so all these platforms would be set up in a way for him to kind of do that roll and not have to go to the bottom of the screen to wait for the last elevator. Now we're on to Poison Pond, our merciful last water level of the game. Probably the most difficult casually. There's definitely some difficult tech here. Not really right now. It's pretty straightforward right now.
Doesn't get as straightforward later. So you need to abuse the fish's iframes to clip through some of these big, scary mincers.
Yeah, you'll see it right here, very likely. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3.
Those are really hard to time. If you don't have a lot of iframes, you have to go through a lot of big, scary death saw.
Alright, so Fathlo's just going to chill here at the top and kind of work his way down to get past the mincer. Alright, so next up is Minecart Madness. There's a jump roll here, but there's also another glitch, where you cartwheel through the air. I'm sure if you've watched any of these matches, you've seen this. It's a pretty straightforward thing to learn. A lot of donkey runners learn this as maybe their first major piece of tech. Maybe, I guess...
You just get hit and then you're rolling through the air. Doesn't make much sense, but it's the way it works. Fathlo getting the frame.
Yeah, this is also probably one of the first jump rolls people attempt to learn. It's not a very difficult one. But it's also...
I did this on accident my first time. I was just rolling.
Yeah, sometimes it just happens. I mean, this one, I don't know. I'm not a donkey scientist, so I don't know frame numbers or any of that. It feels like it's more than a frame. It feels like you have actually a pretty large window to hit that. But for whatever reason, you can't jump roll through bees. It's like the only thing that really stop you, so he has to end it there. But that's all right. The rest of the level's pretty straightforward and easy.
Just go for some extra swag tire rolls.
All right, MagicK on to Poison Pond. Let's see how he handles the fish.
Fathlo blacking out. He's going to blackout basement. MagicK taking it a little safe. That's very understandable. Losing your fish here is really easy, and
this is a very devastating level to lose your fish because the other fish, the backup fish, is at the halfway point or a little after it, and he's not easy to get to. And this is just a difficult level when you're learning to play this game.
There's some very hard extendos in the dark in Blackout Basement. The cycle for the lights is roughly a second on, a second off. And you need to go for some very, very tight extendos if you want. We'll see if he does it. Doesn't appear to go for any of the wicked stuff.
Alright, MagicK seems to be on Minecart Madness, but I've been having... Oh, okay, there we go. Now it's stabilizing a bit for me.
Yeah.
Cartwheeling. Let's see. I don't know if he goes for the frame. Doesn't look like it.
Feels like it's hard not to. It doesn't go for it.
Oh my gosh, he was getting awfully close to that rope. That scared me. You can grab onto that rope if you're not careful, but he's just... I think this level kind of sums up... You can see a little bit of the inexperience. MagicK being a newer runner. He's being very cautious, very short with his rolls. You don't see kind of the fluidity and the just kind of understanding of where you can and can't go.
During the boss fight, Fathlo hit an additional 7 billion frame perfect slap slides to make up for the couple frames that he's missed so far.
Speaking of frames, here we've got Tanked Up Trouble that has 2 of them that you can try and hit. I guess technically 3, but only 2 of them do anything.
Third one's really funny. Yeah, Tanked Up Trouble has another one of the jump roll setups that we saw in Minecart Madness. It's executed a bit differently. You need to manipulate some cameras and some creme. You need to grab a fuel tank, because if you don't, you kind of just die anyway. There's one that saves like 34 seconds, I want to say. That's coming up right here on this creme.
42. Oh no!
Oh, what? That sucks.
I've commentated 2 Fathlo races and he's died twice on Tut.
Oh no.
He's not gonna let me commentate his races anymore, man.
A soft ban.
It looked like he actually got it, but the difficulty with getting Creme Tut is you have to kind of basically wiggle yourself between the conveyor belt here and that platform, otherwise you will land on one of them, and it looks like he just landed on the platform.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me as well, so I think he did that, which is really unfortunate, because if he did that, he would have been looking at a really solid time, actually.
And let's take a look here! MagicK is only the boss behind now.
Yeah. So
Fathlo's not even going to bother. He's going to go for Bird Tut.
Yeah, if Fathlo misses Bird Tut, then MagicK has a chance to catch up.
Oh man!
Didn't hit Bird Tut. If
I will say,
hits one of the frames, that's a minute.
MagicK and I raced yesterday, and he hit Bird Tut in that race. There's the other one, guys. That's the one that doesn't do anything.
But it looks swag, so counts for something. Counts for style points.
And if you hear us say Creme Tut and Bird Tut, all that means is Tanked Up Trouble. TUT is the name of the level, so we say Creme Tut and Bird Tut. Oh my gosh! What are you doing? What are you doing, MagicK?
Was he trying to like slap slide kill?
Well, he missed, and then I don't know what was going on.
We'll see on what he. Okay, he's Diddy, so it's not the worst thing in the world. And there's a barrel right there. Still.
All right, let's see how it goes.
Events.
I don't think. I think at this point, Fathlo's still going to come out of Tut ahead, but if MagicK hits this, then he's, real close.
Yeah. Still a couple frames left for both of them.
I think the only other one MagicK goes for is Perils, whereas Fathlo's going to have an additional 2.
Yeah. Doesn't go for Mincers, but does go for Misty.
No, he has one for Loopy.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know this. When I was commentating, I was like, why are you taking like this damage and Loopy are doing these weird things? Because I was trying to set up an SJR. I was like, what? All right, no. Oh, when MagicK takes a death, he could have recovered from that. Oh well.
No.
All right, Fathlo is in Mincers. This is a tough level just because the Rhino controls like garbage.
Yeah, built-in input lag, and he's super heavy and fat.
That jump right there, you basically run off the ledge, and before you get to the very end of the ledge, you jump, so you hit that mincer and damage boost. It's like really awkward. I've definitely lost some runs to just sliding off. Yeah, that's what he said, Kolars, is that it was something he does in any percent that he was just trying out.
Here's the Misty Mine SGR, he's setting up for it.
Nope.
Doesn't get it. Fortunate. Not the end of the world, though.
Looks like MagicK is just gonna accept his fate and go through Tut normally.
Solid Misty so far for Fathlo.
Yeah, this level can actually be a little bit difficult to optimize, especially in the earlier parts of the level, because you're trying to get these optimal movements where you don't run into the barrel, you kind of clip through the corner of the barrel, but you also don't hit the enemies. It can actually be a little bit tough, and I think he got a safety donkey for that. Or I guess, in his case, the donkey maybe if he tries the SJR and Loopy again.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he always goes through Loopy SJR nowadays. Or will he?
Oh.
That was spooky. Huh.
I would say once you get kind of mixed up there, that little section can be a little bit. Okay, there we go.
Oh, this frame is hell.
No.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. That looks so awkward.
That frame's something else.
Meanwhile, we can't see anything now. It's very dark.
It's okay, Fathlo knows where the platforms are.
Oh my god! The bees always scare me, man, when you're doing those rolls.
The entire game scares me, being honest.
It's a really easy game to die in. Alright, last chance for a frame for Fathlo here in Platform Perils.
Otherwise, he'll be going frameless except for MCM.
He just typed in the chat. He just died somewhere.
Oh no. Spoilers, Fathlo.
No, maybe not. Oh, maybe not. Why did he... Last time he only talked when he... Okay. We might be fine. He might actually hit the frame here. There it is.
Oh yeah, you hit the frame. Unless he died during the frame or something.
Every time he typed in chat last time, he was like, or it was because he died or did something silly. But there we go. We got a frame.
Let's go.
All right, MagicK's got Donkey and Mincers. This is okay. There we go. Switching to Diddy. Oh, he's super jumping. I haven't seen that setup before. That is not the setup that used to be used when I was learning it.
Huh. New tech, always on the rise. Fathlo gonna go stomp on this bird, spitting nuts at you. I've always wondered why Neckies spit nuts. It's like, doesn't make that much sense. Then again, this game doesn't make a lot of sense.
There's a lot of things. So yeah, MagicK just decided to super jump, and that's another pretty standard beginner tech. That was on purpose. Donkey fanfare is shorter, and so it makes this and K rule shorter apparently by a little bit.
Yeah, cause you can hit faster with Donkey. The crown hits, and you can also slap slide.
Oh, MagicK! I thought he was. Oh, is he super jumping this level too? I don't know what was going on there.
Yeah, I've seen a super jump setup, but doesn't look like he's going for that.
I think something happened.
Yeah, not quite sure what's up. But Fathlo hitting even more frames.
Super slide. That's what I assumed to Lars. Oh, scared. Oh, no way! That death on MagicK's side. What the heck?
Oh no.
That was bizarre. That was really unfortunate. The claptraps have some really bad hitboxes, so understandable, but still unfortunate.
Yeah, don't know what happened there. That was odd. The end? looking like a casual 55 for Fathlo. Or 35.
I was about to say, wait a minute, what?
Yeah, he's gonna lose 20 minutes on K roll. Numbers are hard, man. I always love mimicking the jumps of K roll.
Same. I love doing it with DK too because he has the exact same animation.
Yep, casual 55, 27 for Fathlo. Good for him.
Alright, we're gonna switch over to MagicK audio now. He is also super jumping over this level.
Good for him. Making it simple on himself. That's the way to do it.
Alright, there we go. We got Fathlo. Hey Fathlo, how's it going, man?
Hey, good man.
Am I allowed to commentate anymore? We're 2 for 2 on tut deaths and runs I commentate.
You know, it's funny, I was doing a little bit of practice beforehand, and I practiced Crim Tut a bunch, and didn't die to it even once. And got past the bees, so I was like, pretty good on that. But
so you hit it, right, but you hit the platform?
Yeah, too far to the left. Yeah, I hit it and wiggled too far to the left, so then I just had no control over the death at that point.
Man. Congratulations on your casual 35.
Yeah, was that your only death?
No, because I also died to the RBRSJR again.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
I might start skipping that in the runs. Died twice now to it.
That's only like 7 seconds saved, right?
Yeah, 7, 8.
Alright, here we go. MagicK also goes for perils. I think what people were saying yesterday, because he and I raced yesterday in our attorney race, and he hit both, but jumped out of perils on accident. So we'll see if he goes for it here.
Look at this monkey roll.
Nope. Unless this is a different setup than I've ever seen. No. Oh.
Huh?
Oh! Well, there you have it. He got it. Interesting. I guess it's kind of a beginner setup. It's a little bit slower, but kind of looks a little easier.
Yeah, that's kind of the backup you do if you mess it up.
So many strats I've just never seen before. Well, there you have it, everybody. 2 for 2 on perils today, so that's pretty cool. All right, so we're on the just kind of the final boss gauntlet here. I guess
have a big vulture.
While we're clearing, so how did you feel about the run overall? Obviously, you know, some unfortunate frame deaths, but pretty clean. Other than that.
Yeah, no, I liked it. I just died to 2 stupid tricks. That's all. Execution-wise, I played well. So, just died to the dumb tricks.
It's always the dumb tricks.
So how you feeling about the tournament? I think have you only done 2 races so far, or have you done more?
This is the 3rd.
Yep. 3-0?
No, I lost to Canis.
Man, this guy comes out of retirement and suddenly starts his body in our group.
Yeah, it's a pretty close one, but I had some unfortunate deaths.
K-Roll's such a funny boss. Just not end up. Okay.
That definitely was not the safe spot.
It's definitely too far to the left, I want to say. That ain't the safe spot either, so I don't think he's doing it. Nope. The only way I know how to fight K-Roll is just by standing in the safe spots. Otherwise, I'm just nothing.
So I think this is MagicK's second race as well. So Group A, there's a lot of races in every group. I think everybody's got 7 races they do.
Yeah, something
like that. A lot of
that.
races.
We're all Group A boys here too.
Oh yeah, aren't we? Still need schedule. Actually, no, I have a race against Dad scheduled. I should practice
Dad
for
Loves
that.
Beer.
It's on Tuesday. Or is it tomorrow?
Yo, I'm commentating that too.
Sick. I'm gonna
You're gonna
be
die
really
in tut.
bad.
Congrats.
I'm gonna die in every level, including Tic Tac Track.
Alright, final hit coming up here for MagicK. All right.
40-41. Good stuff, MagicK.
Let's see. I don't think he wanted to do an interview yesterday, so we'll see if he wants to do one today. But yeah, so that was a solid race, a good performance from Fathlo. MagicK improving on his first race from yesterday, so congrats to him as well.
Nice.
So yeah, definitely good to see. Again, MagicK is still fairly new at this with a PB of 38.36. So getting within a couple minutes, you always want to be within a couple minutes of your PB. I think that's, you know, always what feels good. I don't know if we're gonna get them. So let's see what we got. What else can we talk about? Pull up the schedule here. So we got more DKC2 coming up. Oh, next match is not till Tuesday. The next scheduled match, and that is the Dad Loves Beer versus Gil.
Oh no, I need to do a lot of prep for that.
You gotta warm up, man. You gotta get ready. What is your PB? I don't know if I saw you on the leaderboards or not.
I haven't submitted to a leaderboard because I only learned DKC for the tournament, and my PB is currently an hour.
Nice. Lots of room for improvement. Lots of PB potential here.
Lots and lots. So hopefully, I'll be doing lots of runs between today and tomorrow, and hopefully, I won't have to make you talk for an hour straight because I don't want that, and you don't want that. Yeah, I did it. My only completed run was in a race when I was really tired, and I kind of gave up halfway through World 5, which isn't the way to do it, so...
Not optimal. All right, I'm predicting a 48 for you tomorrow. You got to live up to that, or Tuesday. You got to live up to that, man. Cut 12 minutes.
12-minute improvement. I think I can do that, because I think I spent 12 minutes dying in barrels alone, so I got
Nice, all right. Nice, I'm looking forward to this. All right, so let's see. Looks like coming up soon, or going on now, is the SM AL2TP Rando Co-op on Speed Gaming 1. I don't know if they're still in the... I don't know what's going on. I know they were doing winners finals with Andy and Ivan and Wild Anaconda versus Wild Anaconda and... Oh man, the last person's slipping my tongue right now. But yeah, so we got some Speed Gaming 1 action going on with that combo rando, and we got Zelda 1 rando coming on at 10 on Speed Gaming 3, and Speed Gaming 4 has the Celeste 80% tournament going on right now. So lots of options there. I think that's going to do it for us over here. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to check back in on Tuesday, or keep checking the schedule if other matches get scheduled for more Donkey Kong tournament action.
Yeah.
So
watch me lose on Tuesday.
Big upset. Big upset. All right.
Big upset.
Well, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great night.
Bye now.
You too. See ya.